Hello everyone and welcome to Creedon Field, where tonight the North Quincy Red Raiders will play host to the Panthers of Plymouth South High School. My name is Jonathan Clary, and thanks for tuning in to this edition of QA TV Sports. I'm being joined by Jim Timmons up here high above Creedon Field. And Jim, after North Quincy started the season 3-0, they've unfortunately lost their last two games, losing a big game to Scituate, and then last week at Pembroke, losing 15-9. They had a chance late in the game to try to go down the field, but couldn't convert. So they're going to try to look back, get on the winning streak here tonight against the Plymouth South Panthers.
Yeah, and the key in regard to those losses was losses of personnel. Andrew Layden got injured early in the Scituate game, and that was obviously a huge loss. I beg your pardon, Tim Layden. Wrong first name, and I beg your pardon, Tim. But in any event, Layden's a real key here. He's a first-rate high school quarterback, and when we saw him last year at Creedon Field against Westwood, he performed really admirably, leading the Red Raiders that night. And in addition, they lost another key guy, running back and linebacker, and the two key positions for this team. Wintran, the running back, linebacker, captain, got knocked out of the game, and their two key positions, quarterback, running back on your offense, and then a linebacker who's highly mobile and really great at getting to the ball. So that explains a lot about those two losses. Now, I saw Layden at the coin toss. We're not sure about Wintran as of game time, but as soon as we ID him on the field, we'll let you know. But those two guys are out here. We're going to look forward to North Quincy returning to its winning ways. Yeah,
Nelson Wallenjohn, number 44, is also going to be out tonight for the Red Raiders, as well as one of the other captains, Jackson Zhao. All right, we're going to pause now for the national anthem being performed by the combined Quincy-North Quincy Marching Band. All right, another nice job for the national anthem by the combined Quincy-North Quincy Marching Band. And Jim, we said it all this year and last year as well. The amount of people in the band has grown dramatically over the past number of years, and so has the quality as well. They've really done a great job improving that program.
Oh yeah, you saw it coming up the ladder in the school bands. The elementary and middle school bands would regularly have performances during the holiday seasons, and you could tell that the numbers were starting to fill in. In today's world, there are so many opportunities for kids to spend their time, and both, academically, athletically, and then the recreational off hours. So dedication to music is becoming more and more unique and rare. Well, the North Quincy Combined Band, there's a lot of talented kids, and we love seeing the numbers. So it's great, and we're at a great venue, John. We mentioned this before about Creedon Field. There's an intimacy to it that makes you feel like you're really in an exciting spot, and it's great on a Friday night here down in North Quincy for the Red Raiders to come out of their own little locker room at their school, walk across a parking area, and be on their playing field. So we're going to look for them to return to their winning ways, as you said. Tonight, John. I saw Wintran on the sideline. I'll just mention that. Not sure if we're going to see him out on the field.
All right, getting ready to kick off will be Kieran O'Driscoll for the Red Raiders.
We love this guy. O'Driscoll is a first-class kicker, and you see it demonstrated right there.
All right, fielded at the 5 by Nick Siegelman for the Panthers. He goes over to the right side, gets up to 20, and will get brought down at about the 25-yard line. So that's where the Panthers will start over to start this game. Excuse me.
Yeah, they're the type of kick, hang time and distance by O'Driscoll. Was fielded just inside the 5. Run back, as you said, was to just about the 25. And so that's a win for the North Quincy special teams. And one thing we should note is with the injuries, O'Driscoll's now out there defensively. You see him lining up there right in the middle of your screen, number 6. He's a defensive back now, covering a slot receiver.
All right, Plymouth South comes out with 3 receivers to the left. And in the backfield will be quarterback number 12, Hunter Dean. Dean, a sophomore for the Panthers, looking to pass, and it's complete over to the right side. And it'll be a first down and more up to the 40-yard line. Goes number 26, Giacotino.
Yeah, just a little turn-in route. Raiders were playing man-to-man there, so there was one-on-one coverage on that receiver. And he went down about 11 yards, turned in and was hit right on the hash mark. Nice ball delivered by the young quarterback. As John said, only a sophomore. So looks good back there.
Yeah, Dean is taking over from the junior quarterback, Kevin Paul. He broke his collarbone against Scituate a couple weeks ago. So Dean coming in now to take over for the Panthers. Handoff over to the right side, and coming a gain of about 2 for the Panthers. Getting that carry was number 1, Brendan Shortall, one of the captains for the Panthers team.
Yeah, John, the number of orthopedic injuries, and what I mean by that is bones and ligament injuries on kids. There's been a lot early on this season. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Second down and 8 now for the Panthers. Handing off again to Shortall, right up the middle, and he explodes through the secondary, Jim, and he's going to cross midfield and pick up the first down to the North Quincy 48.
Yeah, nice run. You're absolutely right when you use the term explode there. He came right through the hole, did a terrific job, and regrettably, I tell you, we don't see number 32 out there, and that's one of the problems. Win Tran is a guy who we saw early on would be plugging those gaps and going to the ball. So Red Raiders trying to adjust here to the loss of a key guy, and Plymouth South attacking where that void is.
First and 10 now for the Panthers. Dean, play action fake passes over to the right side, complete, and getting knocked out of bounds at about the 42-yard line is one of the captains, number 42, Matt Harrington.
Yeah, very well-designed play. Great call there. What Plymouth South did is they faked one of those dives inside the tackle again, drew the linebackers up. Then he just lofted a little ball out into the flat, trying to get the running back out there. And they successfully did. North did a nice job of reacting to the play, however, holding them to a 4-yard gain. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 6, John.
Ball spot at the North Quincy 44-yard line, 8.5 minutes to go, just underway here in the first quarter. Dean's going to keep it himself, runs up the middle, and ball came loose. And no signal yet, and they're going to say Panthers recovered it to make it 3rd down.
Yeah, that was the quarterback getting hit but recovering, showing his athleticism. So nice job there. Andrew Arocious, one of the captains who's still on his feet. Number 9 there, he was out there involved in that particular play. Did a nice job. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 4. This would be great for the Red Raiders. Plymouth South came out with nice rhythm, John. They really looked smooth. They were moving the ball down the field successfully. It'd be terrific if the Red Raiders could come up with a stop here.
Last week, Plymouth South played Rockland, won that game 20-15, and they came back from a 15-point deficit. Rockland was up 15-0 after the first quarter. Plymouth South went ahead to score 20 unanswered points for the victory. Our handoff again goes to Shortall over to the left side. He's going to be right at the first down marker, and we'll see where they spot the ball. It looks like they'll have enough for the first down, though.
Yeah, looks like he's there, and they're moving the stick, so. Plymouth South continues the march here, coming out of the box, so.
Now they spot the ball at the 37-yard line, so it is enough for the first down. Quarterback Hunter Dean last week against Rockland was 7 for 13 passing for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. Shortall had 87 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns last week, 1 rushing, 2 reception touchdowns.
Now, Shortall is tough. There he is again inside the tackles. He's very, very strong. You used the term explosive in regard to one of his runs, but we've seen him consistently explode. He's talented. And very impressed with Hunter Dean. Dean's only a sophomore, as you said, but he's got terrific size. He's a big guy, and he throws a really nice football. So looking very poised back there for a 10th grader.
Gain of 3 on that last play. 2nd down and 7 now for the Panthers. Ball at the North Quincy 34-yard line. Dean gives it to Shortall over to the right side, up the middle, and he's going to get hit and brought down at about the North Quincy 30-yard line. So we get a gain of 4 for the Panthers.
Tell you what, there's nothing fancy here about what Plymouth South is doing coming out of the box. They're exploring a flaw in the Red Raider defense, which is, well, I shouldn't call it a flaw, but I'll just say this. Their strength previously, the athleticism and leadership of Win Tran defensively, that vacuum is causing a real problem here. And Plymouth South's offense is going right at it, John.
3rd and 3 now. Handoff goes over to the left side on a sweep play to number 3, Nick Siegelman. He's going to get up to the 25-yard line, and it'll be another first down for Plymouth South.
Well, it was a nice job by North of stringing that out, reacting to the play. They kept the runner inside. They didn't let him get outside. But he did pick up the first down. It was 3rd and a relatively short 3. So Plymouth South has kept the ball now for this entire first quarter, John. They've had the ball for just about 6 minutes. It's exactly what you'd want to see as a road team coming into hostile territory.
All right, 1st and 10. Dean, quick pass over to the right side. It's complete. And getting up to about the North Quincy, call it the 24-yard line, went number 36, Cillian Davis, junior wide receiver.
Yeah, terrific job by the kicker, Kieran O'Driscoll, of getting out there and making that play. They had that play set up where O'Driscoll was supposed to be blocked initially, but he evaded the block, got his hands on the receiver quickly, and brought him down to hold for no gain. That's a well-designed little play, particularly the way Plymouth South has set, John. They've got their guys spread, and so there's been a lot of man-to-man, one-on-one action. O'Driscoll reacted very well on that play.
2nd down and 9. Dean again into shotgun. Over to the left side, hand off, and over to the left, going across the 20 to the 19. Again goes Matt Harrington, one of the captains for the Panthers.
Terrific determination by number 11 there, Liam Hines. You saw him out there all alone. Liam is only a sophomore, and not a lot of meat on the bones as of yet. But he took down Brendan Shortall.
3rd and 5.
Terrific tackle. That was technique right there. He did a terrific job of hitting Shortall low, holding on, and bringing him down. A great unassisted tackle by Hines.
So it brings up a 3rd and 5 now for the Panthers. Ball at the 20-yard line of North Quincy.
This is the 3rd straight 3rd down for Plymouth South. Let's see if North can't come up and make a play.
Shortall with the carry, gets hit in the backfield and brought down. Nice job there by North Quincy. Try to see who gets up on the bottom of the pile for the tackle. And it looks like getting him slowly for North Quincy is number 54. That's Michael Levine.
Yeah, well, let me just tell you something. The first guy in, he did a terrific job. Josh Jackson, number 17, a junior. Great penetration by Jackson. He got an arm on the leg of the running back, Shortall, and that slowed him down and allowed for the stack tackling that went on. So, great job there. Alex Altanasov, a senior, came out. Something happened to his right arm during that tackle. We'll hope he's okay. Looks like he's in a lot of pain. Plymouth South, 4th and 5, going for it, John.
Yeah, it's a loss of 1 on that last play, so you just said 4th and 5 now for the Panthers. Man in motion, they're going to give it, actually no, play action fake over to the left, and it's complete, and getting knocked out of bounds is number 3, Nick Siegelman, and we'll see what they knock out of bounds. It's going to be close to the first down marker.
That play is good enough for a first down.
And they're going to mark it at the 13, and it is enough for the first down.
Very regrettable turn of events up here in the booth. They were able to repair the sound system for the stadium, so we're going to be accompanied now by background. All right, so Plymouth South with 2 minutes to go in a fast-moving first quarter picks up a new first down. Yet another first down.
Brendan Shortall with a carry over to the right, and he crosses 10 up to about the 8-yard line.
Inside the 10.
Yeah, you mentioned this guy earlier, Michael Levine.
A host of Raiders.
He was again in the backfield. He's done a nice job.
That's a pickup of
from
5.
his spot as a down lineman of penetrating. And
2nd and 5
what they're
for the
doing,
Panthers.
and I respect this very much about North Quincy, John, they're trying to attack Shortall. They're going right at him. They're trying to slow him down coming out of the backfield. And you got to love the grit and determination of the young Red Raiders here.
Shortall again on a carry over to the left side. Across the 5, gets hit by a host of Raiders and gets brought down right at the 5-yard line. Nice pursuit there by North Quincy.
Number 6 for the Raiders,
Eric
Gary
Helmuth, a
Driscoll.
senior, was outside, and he's the guy who did his job. He contained beautifully. He stood up the running back, and then the rest of the Red Raiders showed up to help make the tackle. So,
Timeout Raiders.
well done by North Quincy. They brought Shortall down, and it's going to be yet another third down for Plymouth South. They've been using all 3 downs here, John. It shows that the North Quincy defense is playing well, but regrettably, Plymouth South, they've been making the plays on third down.
So timeout called by North Quincy with 1:04 left to go in the first quarter. And it'll be a 3rd and 2 for the Panthers at the North Quincy 5-yard line. Jim, like I said, 1:04 left to go. North Quincy has not had the ball yet. Plymouth South has had the ball for 10 minutes now, and they'll have a ball for at least one more play here coming up too.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier the bus rides in this Patriot League. They can take the wind out of your sails and the steam out of your legs. So Plymouth South had to come northbound. At least they get to go against the traffic on Route 3. So I'm sure it was a steady drive up. They get to the field. They've got to loosen up, stretch, get their legs back under them. Well, no better way to do that than this first quarter here, where it's been a ball control, well-oiled drive here by Plymouth South. So they're knocking on the door here, but this is a big third down play. Let's see what the Red Raiders can do.
I'm sure coming out strong to begin the game was something head coach Scott Fry wanted to work on since last week they fell behind 15-0 early in the first quarter. Right up the middle goes the ball carrier, and it looks like to about the 1-yard line goes Harrington.
Yeah, so we're going to go to 1st and goal here. They'll be dropping the sticks. And
To the 1-yard
I
line.
think you called it accurately. They're right there on the goal line, just short
Result
of the
of that
goal.
play
So
is a Panther first down, 1st and
So as you
goal
said,
to
it's
go
1st and goal
from
now for the
line.
Panthers at the 1-yard line.
coming out with a little.
Harrington with a carry right up the middle, and he's going to punch it in for the score.
42, Matt Harrington.
Yeah, that time they
Touchdown
used
Panthers.
Shortall It's a little bit of a decoy.
With 35
There's a
seconds
tailback
remaining
behind
in
his
the first
quarterback.
quarter.
And they
Panthers are
just
on the
slapped
board
it into the
first.
belly of the wingback there, and in he went. So really well-engineered drive, a lot of nice calls, excellent execution by Plymouth South, and they're on the board first here at Creedon Field.
All right, come out for the extra point will be number 15, Emma Sampson.
Sampson to attempt a 1-point conversion.
She was hitting 30-yard field goals in warm-ups and drills this one straight through the uprights easily.
Kick is
So
good.
make it 7-0 Plymouth South over North Quincy with 35 seconds left to go in the first
Score
quarter.
is
Well, nicely done by Emma, a senior.
North
As
Quincy
you
Red
said, she
Raiders
blasted
0.
that one through. Sure there's a Plymouth South soccer coach who's dismayed at her success here on the football field, the way that looked. Nice job by Sampson. We'll see if she kicks off. So the ball's going to get turned over to the Red Raider offense, and let's see how they respond here. It's going to be very interesting. Layden warming up down here on the sidelines right in front of us, and got to be hopeful that we see him going out on the field. Make a big difference here.
Kicking off
So again,
for the
7-0
Panthers,
Plymouth South over
number
North
6,
Quincy.
James
35
Wilson.
seconds left to go in the first quarter. Plymouth South held the ball from 11 minutes to now, 35 seconds. So big long drive there by the Panthers, and
Deep to
North Quincy, I'm
receive
sure,
for
eager to
the
get out
Raiders,
here
number 3,
and get the ball for their first drive of the
of
the game. You can see head coach Ryan Craig was down on the sideline trying to get his team pumped up in the offense to come right down the field and make some plays here for North Quincy.
Oh yeah, there's a lot we've seen early on this season from Ryan Craig, and I just love him. I'm looking forward to an exciting and successful career for Ryan here at North.
All right, midfield by North Quincy at the 13-yard line.
Maximilian's out for the
Jamal Maximilian with the ball for North Quincy. A nice return up to the 35-yard line.
Now, it was a little bit of a short kick, and that was played well by the Red Raiders, and nice return. So they're going to start with good field position. We see Tim Layden continuing to throw here on the sidelines, and in place of him, sophomore Joe Brahimi has gone out there. He's part of the very talented sophomore class here for North Quincy. But another guy we see out there that we're pleased to see is number 32, Win Tran. So obviously Ryan Craig trying to bring one of his real studs back slowly and properly. We like to see that. He's going to give him the ball offensively, and he took him off his defensive rotation. So Tran's going to have fresher legs. Hopefully he's fully back here, and let's see how he does offensively.
All right, Brahimi will start in the shotgun for the Red Raiders. Over to the right side and crossing the 40 up to about the 43-yard line goes Andrew Rosas for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, a backfield of Tran and Arosas, that's a talented pairing. And that time Arosas just took the ball, did a nice job of breaking it outside, and a terrific 8-yard gain on the first play for the Red Raiders. They're already knocking on the door of the 50-yard line, and the first quarter, John, has come to an end after one play for the Red Raiders. So they got to be happy with how their offense performed in this first quarter, right?
So far, so good, yeah, for the North Quincy offense. So at the end of the first quarter, Plymouth South 7 and North Quincy 0. If you want to go on to QATV's website at www.qatv.org, you can find program schedules, membership information, and much, much more. So again, log on to qatv.org for more information.
Yeah, we have a very nice crowd here tonight. I mentioned that earlier, and this is a terrific venue. A lot of parents here, a lot of students here. They're all packed in together, and it's a nice field down on the field. You look across to the other side of the field, you can see it kind of the top center of your screen. You see the Plymouth South cheerleaders. A lot of activity coming north from Plymouth tonight. There are, let's see, there are 3 buses here at the school. They got a lot of guys on the sidelines and football, including one young lady on the sidelines. And then they have a large contingent of cheerleaders and dance squad folks that we'll see at halftime. So here we go, starting the second quarter, John.
Here out to Tran over to the left side, trying to find nice cut back there by Tran. He's going to cross the 50-yard line and get up to the Plymouth South 49 and pick up the first down.
Oh, just terrific stuff by Tran. Same type of run as Arosius earlier. This time he went to the left side, was able to deke a linebacker and get wide, and absolutely terrific. So they're moving the sticks here. Red Raider offense trying to answer the Plymouth South opening drive.
And trying to get the chain set on the far side of the field.
I think we have a rookie chain gang over there. They've been a little slow to react here early on, so.
All right, from the 49 at Plymouth South goes North Quincy. Wintran on the carry right up the middle, making a miss there. Crosses the 45 to the Plymouth South 44.
Yeah, that time Tran lined up as the sole running back, and they took the ball inside. Red Raiders going no huddle here. They're trying to keep Plymouth South a little off balance. They're going with what we saw in the Westwood game. They called it their fast break offense. All the kids have little wristbands or plays on their wrists, and the calls are being made from the sideline.
Tran pitched over to the right side, has some trouble in the backfield, and he's going to get hit for a loss. Flag thrown on the play as well.
Yeah, that one got totally strung out by Plymouth South. Tran did a terrific job of getting back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, it's just going to be about a 1-yard loss. The preliminary signal is a hold against North Quincy. We'll see, given the fact that they would lose it down here, whether they'll take the penalty. They may decline it. Nope, they're gonna accept the penalty.
Holding
On the hold
against the Raiders.
Well,
10-yard penalty.
that's a good sign, John. Plymouth South looking to take the yardage there. A sign of their respect for this North Quincy offense. And the fact that they're concerned about them moving the ball. So they march them back 10 yards. Red Raiders are back on the wrong side of the 50 at their own 45.
All right, so second down and 16 now for North Quincy. Brahimi looking to pass, rolling, fires, and it is incomplete. Pass was intended for number 87, Declan Gary.
87, that's Declan Gary.
Yeah, Geary was right on the sideline. That would have been a bang-bang play if he had made it. In addition, they had the quarterback rolling out to his left. So that's always a hard throw across your body. It's just a very difficult play to execute. Raiders failed on it, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 16. So.
3 receivers for North Quincy. And Brahimi in the shotgun for North. Looking to pass, fires over the middle, and it is incomplete, almost intercepted, but it goes incomplete.
Yeah, I think there we saw the youngster, the sophomore, made a quick decision and went with the wrong receiver. The 2 receivers crisscrossed, and Arosius was wide open out here on the sideline and had a lot of green in front of him. He was the second look that never occurred, but that play was there. When they look at the film on Monday, they'll see that. It was well executed by the receivers, quick release by the quarterback, and that's normally a good thing. Can't criticize for that, but that time it didn't work for the Red Raiders.
High kick, ball is fumbled, and it's recovered by North Quincy.
And it's recovered by number 54 for the Raiders.
Back deep for North.
Michael Levine.
Yeah, Brendan Shortall was back for Plymouth South to try to field it. It went through his hands, and North Quincy recovers it.
Yeah, terrific job by Levine of getting down the field. But there again, that's the O'Driscoll factor, because that punt, the hang time on it was absolutely terrific. And Levine by the way, as a lineman. And he's the guy who got down the field. So when you're punting and your hang time is such that one of the linemen is the first guy down, that's a terrific sign, and that's the O'Driscoll factor. He's first-rate kicker, and he's as much a part of that play as Levine.
All right, Win Tran, nice carry, trying to break free, and it just got his leg tied up by one Plymouth South player, and Tran will still get up to the 16-yard line.
Oh, it's just great stuff. Great individual effort by Tran, and let me tell you something. You see the magnitude of the loss when you see what the young man's capable of doing out on the field there. That was a terrific run by Tran. Right up the gut of the Plymouth South defense.
2nd and 1 for the Raiders.
It's 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1 now for North Quincy. Tran again on the carry, trying to get outside. And he's going to put his head down, go through 2 Plymouth South defenders, and get up to the 10, and a first down for North Quincy.
His way to the 10-yard line. Close to a first down.
Boy, I'll tell you, North Quincy just answering the call here, John. They're doing exactly what Plymouth South did. They're moving the chains methodically here, and now it's their opportunity to eat some clock. This has been a quicker drive, however, because Tran is picking up yardage in big packages here.
1st and goal now for North Quincy at the 10. Tran on the carry over to the right side. Still on his feet and falls forward up to about the 6-yard line. Now, that was quite a run there by Win Tran. Spun out of 2 tacklers and got tripped up and falls down to the 6.
Yeah, that's great stuff. So, Tran continuing to perform here. And we talked earlier, he was not out defensively. Normally he would be, but for that injury in the Scituate game. So we're seeing fresh legs and real explosiveness by Win Tran.
Tran again on the carry, up the middle, across the 5, and gets down to about the 1-yard line. Goes Win Tran.
I'll tell you what, how good does sophomore Joe Brahimi look right now, handing off to this guy. Tran is making his whole team look good. And actually, he's running behind some terrific blocking. We mentioned Michael Levine, number 54. He's been out on the field the entire time here, including the special teams recovery. So
Tran gets the ball, and he goes in for the touchdown. 1-yard touchdown run by Win Tran. Good second effort there by Tran. Got hit just behind the line of scrimmage, but punches it through for the 6 points.
So great stuff by North Quincy to come right back and answer the call, John. And there you see 2 guys, 2 big names for the Red Raiders, Andrew Arocius and Win Tran. Arocius became a decoy and a blocking back. He's a guy that he actually had the first run from scrimmage for the Red Raiders tonight, and we saw what he's capable of and remember him from prior years. So terrific stuff by the Red Raiders. They're right back, and now O'Driscoll looking to tie the game.
Brahimi will hold. O'Driscoll will kick, high snap, and just does get it off. Great effort there by Plymouth South to block it, but O'Driscoll drills it, and we are tied at 7 with 7:25 left to go in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, it was a high snap, as you said, but Brahimi did an excellent job of getting the ball down quickly. There was terrific penetration by Plymouth South. They had a guy right in on top of the holder, but O'Driscoll punched it right through, and the Red Raiders right back in this ball game, John, 7-7. Great job by North Quincy.
We've seen Kieran O'Driscoll do some great kicking the past couple of years, and he's done it again here tonight. Kicked that ball straight through the uprights, just does get it through, and again, we are tied at 7 with 7:25 left to go.
Yeah, tonight is the return of fall air for the first time. Our previous couple of games, it's been reasonably mild, but I've got my Under Armour coat. John's got his Patriots sweatshirt.
Number 6, Kieran O'Driscoll set to kick off for the Raiders. Deep to receive for the Panthers.
We're
number
enjoying
3,
a nice
Nick
fall
Siegelman,
evening up here at
and
Green
number 4,
Field.
Hunter Boudreau.
There you see O'Driscoll, and very precise, very talented, and he's the key to the special team success so far. You're going to watch this kick. You're going to see both hang time and depth on it. Gets it up nice and high, and it is right at the goal line, 1 yard deep in the end zone.
And Siegelman brings it back across the 20-yard line. Nice return here for Siegel. He just does get tripped up. Had some more space, but he falls down at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, John, that was an excellent return. He looked like he was going to break something, but you got to keep in mind he started from in his own end zone, which is fairly unprecedented in high school football. So, nicely done. Nicely done. All right, so the Red Raider defense, they've been on the sidelines after getting their first look at Plymouth South, and they need to react and adjust here, and let's see what they come up with.
7:17 left to go here in the second quarter, and we are tied at 7 as Plymouth South comes out led by sophomore quarterback Hunter Dean. Dean in the shotgun. Matt Harrington and Brendan Shortall, the running backs, in the backfield with him. Dean looking to pass, and they're going to try to set up a screen, and we'll see if they say it's complete, and no, it was incomplete.
Screen pass to number 1, Brendan Shortall.
And I think they lucked out there, Jim, that they called that pass incomplete.
Well, Plymouth South, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Second
Well, one of
and
the interesting things, that play was designed to take advantage of North Quincy aggression. They were trying to throw back across the flow of the action, trying to draw the linebackers over to their left, the Plymouth South right. But when the ball was snapped, I watched the linebackers, and they dropped back. All of them dropped back a yard or two from the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they do that again. Be a nice adjustment if that were the case. They're doing it again, yes.
Siegelman on the carry
Number
for the
3,
Panthers
Siegelman
over
on
to the
the
left
carry.
side, and he's going to get brought down at about the 30-yard line.
With the initial stop on that play.
Well, so
Pick
far, I
up
like
on
what I
3.
see. I mentioned that the Red Raiders now, they've had a shot. They've had a look at what Plymouth South wants to do. And those first 2 plays, the defense was well balanced and did an excellent job. So I like the adjustment early on. Let's see if they can hold to it. Plymouth South answered the bell that first drive on several third down plays. So let's see who wins this battle here. 3rd and 7 with 6:30 to go in the second quarter.
This will be a big stop for North Quincy if they can hold Plymouth South here. So as you said, Jim, 3rd and 7 from the 30. Dean looking to pass over to the right side, and it is incomplete. Nice play there by North Quincy's number 3, Jamal Maximilian, to break up that play.
Oh, yeah, we remember Maximilian from the Westwood game. And the Westwood game, they were throwing, the Wolverines were throwing the ball a lot more, and Maximilian did an excellent job. That time he had the coverage on the outside. He broke the ball perfectly, and the Red Raiders come up with a 3-and-out defensively. Great stuff for North Quincy. And let's see how they do on special teams now. It's going to be a short punt. They're going to have great field position.
All right, North Quincy's going to
friendly bounce.
say North Quincy got away from that ball, and as you said, Jim, it was a very friendly bounce for the Panthers, and it goes all the way down to the North Quincy 33-yard line where they mark it.
Yeah, I may have to accept some of the blame on that one.
At their own 34-yard line.
John, I'm going to find that cord that they installed to fix the field mic and give it a couple of tugs. So the Red Raiders, as your erstwhile commentator here spoke too early, are going to start a little further back than we had expected. So they're going to start 1st and 10 at their own 34.
I said smile.
6:05 left to go in the second quarter. And Tim Layden in the game now for North Quincy at quarterback. He hands the ball off. And a gain of 1 or 2 for Arosas up to the 36, so make it a gain of 2.
To the 35.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a good call on Layden. I hadn't noticed that.
2nd and 8.
But he's back there, which that opens up the air game for North Quincy, John. And early on we said they had run a very nicely designed play. And it looked like it might be successful, but the throw went to the wrong receiver. We'll see if the veteran quarterback might make a different call. Looks like they, too much time. procedure call.
Penalty marker. False start
Not sure who.
against the Raiders. 5-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
So move the ball back to the 31-yard
And
line.
13 for the Raiders.
Who wants the tutor?
Layden hands it off to Tran. Looked like a little confusion there on that play. Tran gets across the 35-yard line and gets brought down at about the 38.
Boy, that was some nifty running right there, John. I'll tell you, he very shifty there when he hits the hole. Our cameraman, who's a veteran football guy himself from a football family, Peter Doherty, pointed out to me after the first touchdown that he thought that Tran runs a lot like O.J. Simpson. His shoulders are square to the line there, and you see what he means. Interesting observation by Peter.
Layden rolling out, and pass is complete by Andrew Arosos at the 48-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down.
A great reception by Arosos. Terrific job. Layden delivered a great ball. Arosos was covered tightly, and Layden put the ball down where only he could catch it. And well done.
The Red Raiders first down.
So the Red Raiders are just outside the 50 at the 48. There's 4:20 to go in the second quarter. Let's see if North Quincy can get to the locker room with 7 more points on the board.
Tran with the ball, still moving. And he was moving a pile forward, and it'll go all the way up to the market at the 47-yard line of Plymouth South.
That's a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5.
Second down and 5 now for the Red Raiders.
You see the boys looking down at their wrists. They have cards on their wrists. The calls are being made from the sideline. North Quincy, I'll talk a little more in a minute.
Layden rolling out, looking for Maximilian, complete. Nice turnaround from Maximilian, but he just lost his footing, but it goes all the way up to the 33-yard line.
Nice tackle on the outside there. A junior, Cillian Davis, was out there alone, and had he not made that tackle, Maximilian had Green in front of him, and he's got the foot speed to take full advantage. So, nice reception and a beautifully delivered ball by Layden.
Layden rolling to his right this time, and he's going to hold on himself, trying to bring the ball down. It gets across the 30-yard line, and it looks like it knocks out at the 29.
To the 30.
I'm going to say the 30-yard line is where Layden goes.
I got to tell you, John, these are the guys we saw in the Westwood game. This is the offense. It's well done. They're really looking smooth here. And we weren't sure what to expect coming in after the last 2 weeks. It's interesting. You put Layden back there and Tran back there, and they rock and roll. So this is great to see.
2nd and 6. Tran with some space over the right side, explodes through the hole, across the 20, he's going to go all the way, Jim. Touchdown, North Quincy. Win Tran, what a run for the Raiders.
Wow. That's all this color commentator has to say is, wow, that was really something, John. Great, very well-designed play. Layden rolling to his left again, and Tran just held like he was going to be blocking for Layden. And then, when they made the handoff, there was a tunnel that you could have run a T-train through over on that right side. The right tackle, right guard did a great job blocking. The misdirection worked on the linebackers. And once Tran had that green in front of him, no one was going to stop him. A terrific job by Win Tran. And the Red Raiders now looking to add the extra point, and they do.
The kick is
all right, O'Driscoll nails the extra point, and with that, North Quincy will take a 7-point lead. They lead 14-7 with 2:26 left to go in the second quarter.
Well, I'll tell you, two things we've seen here early on is a terrific adjustment by the Red Raider defensive coaching staff and the players themselves in executing. They came out on Plymouth South's second possession and forced them into a 3 and out. One little minor adjustment. They had the linebackers, rather than up to fill the gaps, they had them drop back yard or two just to give them a little extra time to react to blocks. And that took some steam out of the Plymouth South offense. So after that 3 and out, Tim Layden comes out on the field and leads the Red Raiders right down on an impressive drive. How many plays on that drive, John?
Let's see, Jim. It was 7 plays for 66 yards.
Yeah, really terrific drive. Layden and Tran, the features to it. Some great blocking by the Red Raider offensive line. And North Quincy, after sustaining a very difficult first quarter drive of 10 minutes and, 10:25. They have come back and now lead 14-7.
All right, back to the 1 yard line goes Nick Siegelman. And he's going to reverse his field now over to the left side, and he finally will get brought down at about the 21 yard line. Alex Demerit, number 19, on the tackle for the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, Demerit, the key there, and this is another one of the talented sophomores. Demerit was on the outside, the contained man on the far side. When I saw this running back, the return man, I should say, for Plymouth South reverse his field, my first reaction was, oh no. Because over on the left side of the field here, there had to be 7 or 8 red shirts. Well, Demerit held his ground on the outside. He did exactly what he was coached to do. He contained that outside, forced the return man to cut back in, and he got cut down. And the Red Raiders special teams yet again hold Plymouth South to a modest field position, starting at about their 22. Very well done. Let's see if the defense can't step up again here. This is going to be a big possession.
Our handoff up the middle for number 42, Matt Harrington, one of the captains for the Panthers. And he'll get to the 25 yard line.
42,
yeah, that's going to be about a 2-3 yard gain.
Josh Jackson on the tackle. Got a Red Raider down.
Let's see who's down over there.
Looks like it is number 17 for North Quincy, Josh Jackson.
That'd be unfortunate. He's a junior, and he has played very well so far this season. If it is Josh, I haven't seen the number yet, but we mentioned early on, John, a lot of orthopedic injuries and concussions, and I just think some of the physicality, it's disproportionate now. There was a time when all teams had boys of equal size and dimension, but now you have some programs where they're senior laden and they have guys who are 20 to 30 pounds heavier than some of the players they're going up against. Well, you were right that it was Jackson. He caught his wind, he hopped right up and wanted to return to play, but due to the medical timeout, he's got to come out for at least one down, so he's over on the sidelines, and we'll resume play with the clock running down under 150 here. And Plymouth South at its own 25. So Red Raiders just want to get to the locker room here. That's their goal. Love to get a stop.
Second down and 7 now for Plymouth South. Brendan Shortall, one of the captains, number 1, takes it for the Panthers, and he's going to get up to the 35 yard line and move the chains for the Panthers.
That's number 1, Brendan
Let's see,
Shortall.
Plymouth South did not call a timeout. The clock stopped on the chain moving. We'll see if they don't start. How many timeouts do they have left? You know, John?
They have 5 timeouts remaining. So all 5 left.
That's what that 5 is on the clock?
That's what it is, yep.
Yeah. We're still trying to learn this North Quincy scoreboard.
Shortall again on the carry. Cuts it back up to the middle, and will get brought down there.
Yeah. Terrific gang tackling. That was Hines again, Liam Hines, a sophomore. He's done a terrific job. He's given away a lot of A lot of poundage to this kid Shortall. This is the dynamic I was talking about earlier. We don't have statistics on these young men, but Brendan Shortall is a senior, and he's definitely a very, well, he hasn't missed too many meals in his 4 years at Plymouth South. He's a big kid. Contrasted with Liam Hines, who's only a sophomore, and he's got to be giving away 35 pounds at least. And the collisions are pretty violent, but Hines holding his ground here. Looks like he's the one they moved inside to help take up for the loss of Tran, because he's been lining up at a linebacker, outside linebacker position, former defensive back.
1:09 left to go in the half. Dean passes complete to Harrington, and he'll get knocked out of bounds at about the 41-yard line.
Terrific tackle by Arosas. John, one of the things we talked about in the Westwood game that's worth mentioning here is the Red Raiders are very solid in the tackling game. They do a terrific job. There have not been too many missed tackles by this North Quincy team. When they get to a ball carrier or receiver, they bring that individual down. So that trend has continued tonight. That's a sign of good coaching and good execution. So both of them coming together, and the defense now, they're a minute left here in this first half, and Plymouth South steadily moving down the field. They're at their own 45.
Dean looking to pass over the right side, and it is complete, to number 36, Cillian Davis.
Number 36.
All right, so Plymouth South burning one of their timeouts with 52 seconds left. Jamal Maximilian over there alone, right in on the tackle. He had the player closely covered, John, which was terrific. It's one of the reasons the ball was thrown the way it was. Hunter Dean had to throw it low because Maximilian was right there. It's a nice catch on the play. It was short of a first down. It's going to be second and about 3.
52 seconds to go in the half, and as you said, Jim, it is going to be second down and 3 for the Panthers at the North Quincy 47-yard line. 3 timeouts remaining now for Plymouth South, 4 for North Quincy. Dean in the shotgun for the Panthers. Pump fakes, flows over the middle, and it was almost picked off by North Quincy.
Incomplete.
Trying to come up with the interception was Alex Adanasoff, and he tripped up Jim as he was falling to the ground, but still got a fingertip on it to tip it away.
Yeah, nice job by Adanasoff. He dropped back in coverage. He's a linebacker. You see him right up there now. He's gesturing a bit on the right of your screen. He's right up a yard or 2 behind the defensive lineman. Well, that time, the coaching staff had him drop a bit into coverage, and he did a terrific job of covering the slot receiver.
All right, handoff there for Brendan Shortall, but nice tackle by Josh Jackson, and it looks like they're going to be just shy of the first down. We'll see where they spot the ball.
Yeah, and this is what we talk about North Quincy, John, is that was an absolutely terrific tackle. That was Josh Jackson alone, 1-7 on his own, who made that stop. So very well done. Terrific stop. And that's key here, because what we mentioned is the clock is an ally now. There's 33 seconds to go. Plymouth South, 2 timeouts left. They're looking at a 4th down and 1. So in a situation like this, it's more than likely they're going to run the ball because they want to try to get that first down. That's going to force them to burn a timeout. And, well, they'll move the sticks, too. So they might be calling 2 plays here in this timeout. We'll see. But clock management's going to become very critical for Plymouth South, and it's going to be a big ally for North Quincy, the fact that there's only 33 seconds to go here. So let's see how the 2 teams react. Coaching will come into play here, and execution. We'll see how they react in terms of the clock management in the final 33 seconds.
All right, 4th and less than 1 now for the Panthers. Harrington gets the ball. He has the first down and more, and he's going to fight his way forward, cross the 40, and about to the 36-yard line, making the 37, for Plymouth South, and a first down with 27 seconds to go.
To the North Quincy 37-yard line.
Yeah, that was about a 7-yard gain, but more important, a 6-second
27 seconds remaining
run.
in the
So
first half.
the 6 seconds off the clock, big. And with 27 seconds to go, we've got Plymouth South
Result of that
at
play
the
is a Panther
35-yard
first
line.
down.
So, John, you had mentioned that you observed during pregame the Plymouth South kicker kicking 30-yard field goals, so she was kicking from the 20, correct?
Yep.
All right, so we're going to call maybe the 13-yard line then. It would be the 18-yard marker in soccer terminology. The yellow line, which is the where the soccer field is, just inside the 20, is what we're going to call the goal here for Plymouth South if they're going to try to kick something. There you go.
The top of the box for the soccer field.
Peter Doherty, unlike my wife, is paying attention to me here. So Peter's giving you a shot of what we're talking about. They call that the 18-yard marker in the soccer field. And, yeah, top of the box, as John says. So if Plymouth South gets there, we'll have to be wary of a field goal. But they're down to 1 timeout. Going to be a huge factor. So let's see what the defense can do here. We're going to expect passes along the sidelines, probably to this sideline, the right sideline. He's got 2 wideouts this way, and he's looking to his right. Now back to
Dean goes to his left, looking downfield deep, and it is incomplete. Pass was intended for Hunton Birdrow.
Intended for number 4, Hunter Boudreaux.
number 11, Liam Hines out there in the coverage.
Closest
He had him. He was there
defender
step
number 11,
for
Liam
step,
Hines for the Red Raiders.
and terrific coverage.
Bring
So
up 2nd and 10 for the Panthers.
that play took about 5 seconds, and we've got 21 seconds to go. We are 2nd and 10, Plymouth South. And after that long first quarter and long opening drive, who would have thought we'd be looking at this situation right here? This is terrific the way the Red Raiders have seized control again. Let's see if they can maintain it into the locker room.
21 seconds to go. 2nd down and 10 now for Plymouth South. Dean looking, going way downfield towards the end zone, and it is incomplete. Went through the hands of the North Quincy defender, number 5, Tyler Lee.
Yeah, great decision by Tyler Lee.
There defensively.
He's their center fielder.
For the Raiders.
He knew there was no one behind
The
him.
Raiders in the area.
And rather than fiddle, that was, I think, had that been a little tighter spiral or a better thrown ball, Lee might have gone after it a bit, but that was a wobbler. So Lee decided to let it go and not get involved in anything other than making sure the ball went to the ground. Great decision. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 now for the for Plymouth South.
13 seconds to go in the half. As you said, 3rd and 10 now for Plymouth South. Dean again looking to pass, firing towards the end zone again, and he's going to overthrow his intended receiver.
Again, Lee playing flawlessly. He was back there. He had the inside coverage on the receiver and just ran him right off the ball. So Tyler Lee doing a terrific job back there. Another sophomore, John. They had a lot of young men out in the field, sophomores, who are doing a terrific job. So we have 5 seconds left. There'll probably be another final shot at the end zone here by Plymouth South, and then we're going to the locker room. So let's see how this Red Raider defense does.
It's going to go short.
Lee and Arosis are back deep for North Quincy. 4 receivers set for Plymouth South. Dean being pressured, finally lets it go downfield, and it is tipped away, incomplete, and that will end the half.
Great job by the Red Raiders. I'll tell you, they have a few sophomores back there, but they all look like KG veterans as the Red Raider defense steps up on 2 consecutive Plymouth South possessions. Stonewalls Plymouth South And the Red Raiders are going to go to the locker room leading 14-7 after a well-played and a pretty exciting and enjoyable first half, John.
Well, as you said, Jim, North Quincy will go to the locker room with the lead at the half, 14-7. Nice job by the defense there. Plymouth South had 4 chances at the end zone, and the North Quincy defense came up big on all 4 plays. So again, North Quincy 14, Plymouth South 7. We're going to take a timeout here from Creedon Field and be back with second half coverage in just one moment. Welcome back, everyone, to Creedon Field. We're at the half. The North Quincy Red Raiders lead the Plymouth South Panthers by a score of 14-7. And we saw the end of the first half, Plymouth South was going down the field, and a nice job by the North Quincy defense to prevent 4 long passes into the end zone from being completed. And to start the second half, North Quincy will get the ball first and try to improve on their 7-point lead, Jim.
Yeah, it was a terrific second quarter for the Red Raiders after a long and somewhat arduous first quarter where Plymouth South held the ball for virtually the entire quarter, all but 35 seconds, doing so on a prolonged, really effective drive. So not only did the Red Raiders answer the call, they scored 2 touchdowns. They went to the locker room with a 14-7 lead, and now they're going to start the second half with the first offensive series, and let's see if the Red Raiders can't keep the flow going here, John.
James Wilson will kick it deep for the Panthers, and Jamal Maximilian will field it at his own 18-yard line. Trying to go over to the left sideline, and he's going to get tackled about the 30-yard line, so decent return there for North Quincy.
Yeah, short kick. Hopefully Jamal's going to adjust and catch those on the fly going forward. That's easier said than done, though. At night, it's very difficult to gauge depth perception. You see it more in baseball, like at Adams Field and the like, but in a field like this, it's a little hard, and as the ball comes in, then all of a sudden it explodes on you. And so that time, Jamal did a nice job of reacting, get the ball back. Red Raiders, good starting field position at their 30.
All right, Tim Layden in at quarterback for North Quincy. Hands the ball off to number 32, Win Tran. And Tran will get back to the line of scrimmage where he is met by a host of Panther defensive players.
Now, my guess would be that the Plymouth South squad, which spent their time down in the east end of the field, they were probably told that they should be looking for number 32 and stacking up number 32. That time they successfully did. So no gain, 2nd and 10 for the Red Raiders.
Tran gets to carry, and he's going to get tackled and brought. No, excuse me, he does not get brought down, but he has a ton of players from Plymouth South all over him. And it's going to be a big loss all the way back to about the 18-yard line. Tran didn't have much to work with on that play. Plymouth South broke through the line of scrimmage and brought him down right away.
That's Jacob Christopher.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Wynn trying to make something out of nothing. He ended up making something from the Plymouth South perspective. So this couldn't be going any better from the Wildcat perspective. They are Panthers, I beg your pardon. I had the wrong moniker there. So let's see what Layden can do here. The 3rd and an absolute boatload.
4 receivers set for North Quincy, and it goes incomplete, looking for Arosas.
For number 9, Andrew Rosas, incomplete.
All right, so a disappointing 3 and out for the Red Raiders. And they're going to bring in their secret weapon, number 6 here, O'Driscoll, who's not such a secret anymore in the Patriot League. He'll be punting. The ball is placed at the 18. He'll be punting from around the 10. And Wildcat return men are Panthers. I want these guys to be Wildcats. I don't know. Panther return men were originally setting up at the 50. They've gone back to their 45. O'Driscoll with a beautifully high punt.
And a fair catch is called for by Plymouth South at their own 49-yard line by Brendan Shortall. And that's where Plymouth South will begin at their own 49 with 9:08 left to go in the third quarter.
Spectacular punt by O'Driscoll. Great hang time. No opportunity to return that one. So very disappointing start coming out of the locker room. Ineffective offensive series for the Red Raiders. Let's see if the defense can't step up here. The wind has picked up, John, and the temperature has dropped a bit here at Creedon Field. And as Peter Doherty was kind enough to point out to me, I'm being a little bit of a pansy here tonight because can't even see our breath yet, and I'm talking about cold air. So a very fair point by the cameraman who, of anyone, has to suffer. It's just nice. It's very nice to not have to listen to Bill Early talk about the condition in the truck. Really delighted about that. All right, so
We're waiting for the chains to get set again and underway. Number 12, Hunter Dean, sophomore quarterback for the Panthers, in the shotgun. Hands it off to Brendan Shortall, number 1, the captain, and he's going to get hit behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1.
Tell you what, in the battle of the ones here, you've got number 1, Brandon Shortall, going up against number 11, Liam Hines. And Liam has won the last few battles. That time he came flying in from the left side, wrapped up Shortall, and brought him down for a loss of 1. So a terrific job by the sophomore. Another one of these talented sophomores here. And great job over on the left side by Hines.
Again, Shortall on the carry over to the left side, crosses the 50 into North Quincy territory, and he got brought down at the North Quincy 48.
Well, in the same manner that the Panthers keyed on number 32, looks like the Red Raiders are keying on number 1. They're watching for him. They're moving his way. We'll look for more misdirection from Plymouth South here, trying to perhaps take advantage of by decoying Shortall. We'll see, but pardon me, we saw some of that in the first half, and after the first possession, it just didn't work. The Red Raiders did an excellent job of staying home defensively. They're a well-coached defense, John. They could use some bulk and some depth, but the guys on the field definitely do their job.
The loss of Wallenjom and also Zhao certainly hurt this North Quincy team. And it is picked off there by North Quincy, as I say. Big play there by Cannon O'Driscoll, number 6, on the interception, and he's going to run it back all the way to the 35-yard line. Big play there by Cannon O'Driscoll.
I got to tell you what, I'm sure that Ryan Craig had to put a lot of thought into putting Kieran Driscoll out on the field defensively as a defensive back, because this kid is an absolute blue-chip kicking talent. And I know the coaching staff's aware of that. But I'll tell you, he dropped back in coverage and made a terrific interception, followed by an equally terrific run back. And the Red Raiders are going to have the ball at the 35 of Plymouth South, and the offense has a chance at redemption here, John. Terrific play by Kieran O'Driscoll, and great stuff by the Red Raider defense, which has now come up with 3 consecutive stops after that first quarter that we don't have to talk about anymore, because the Red Raiders have definitely made that a distant memory.
All right, 7:24 to go in the third quarter, and North Quincy will take possession of the ball at the Plymouth South 35-yard line after the interception by O'Driscoll. Laid it in the shotgun for North Quincy. And
not quite sure what happened. Layden saw something and stopped, but we didn't hear a whistle until well after. So let's see what the officials are going to do. The coaching staff from North Quincy trying to find out what's going on. It's very, very odd. I think,
I'm not too
I
sure
think
what
there was
happened.
a mistake made by the officiating crew. They're not looking to acknowledge it. Who's that guy in the MLB Red Sox.
Oh,
Yankees.
Angel Hernandez?
Angel Hernandez. His second cousin is out here tonight, apparently. I don't know. But we've seen some rough officiating this week, and that time, no one knows quite what happened, but play was stopped.
All right, handoff goes to Win Tran. He's going to get across the 30 up to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, nicely done by Tran. That's the stuff we saw in the first half. He gets a little opening and he explodes through it. So Tran going one way, you got to wonder when you measure the value of things. The coaching staff has been able to identify some players to fill the void. We mentioned Liam Hines a couple of times here, a sophomore. He's really stepped up huge. And then Kieran O'Driscoll, the senior.
Layden fakes the handoff, looking downfield for Maximilian, and he just couldn't get there. Maximilian had some space, but it was a nice recovery by Nick Siegelman, the defensive back for Plymouth South, to get back there and cut off Maximilian.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That's what happened. Siegelman just ran Jamal right off the route. He had the outside position on Maximilian, and that's where Layden was throwing. He was trying to throw to the sideline. Siegelman, the Plymouth South defensive back, just ran Maximilian right off the route. Ball fell incomplete.
Trent on the carry, and he's going to go nowhere quickly there. Coming up initially, James Kiernan, number 75 for the Panthers, blew up that play.
All right, we're going to have a decision here for the coaching staff. I think North Quincy is in 4-down territory here. I'm guessing the way the defense is playing, it may be worth going for it. I saw Ryan Craig look at the clock. He's measuring a few factors here. There's 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, and I think the thought is with the way the defense is playing, we're going to see if the Red Raiders, wonder what's going to happen, what they're thinking here. There's a lot of signaling coming in from the sideline. So
4th and 8 from the 33 for the Red Raiders. Layden rolling, and it is tipped in, falls incomplete.
Incomplete. Pass intended for number 9, Andrew Arosas.
the target was Arosas out in the flat. The ball was delivered a little high and a little hard. He couldn't bring it in. So the Red Raider offense turns it over on downs here. Plymouth South is going to take over at their own 33, it looks like. And let's see if the defense can yet again answer the call here.
All right, so as I said, Jim, it will be 1st and 10 for the Panthers on their own 33-yard line. 5:40 left to go in the third quarter. Hunter Dean hands the ball off to number 1, Brendan Schroedall, and he maybe will get a yard on the play before he's met by a host of North Quincy defensive players.
Yeah, we had junior Josh Jackson, sophomore Tyler Lee, and sophomore Liam Hines in on the tackle. Terrific stuff. I got to tell you, they're all young kids. They're undersized. They're going to have a shot over the course of the next couple of years to put some weight on. One thing both schools have is they have good facilities for the kids to work out in here right on campus. And then, of course, Quincy's got several excellent health club facilities with weight training capabilities. You see kids in the Quincy Y all the time working out.
Timeout, Panthers.
And so these young men are definitely going to develop, but they've fit in very well with the seniors here at North Quincy, and this Red Raider team is fun and exciting to watch, John.
All right, so Plymouth South calls a timeout with 4:50 left to go in the third quarter. North Quincy on top by a score of 14-7. And when we come back, it'll be 2nd down and 9 for Plymouth South at their own 34. We'll encourage all of our viewers to log on to Quincy Access TV's website at www.qatv.org for program schedules, membership information, and much, much more. You can also find all of our links to social media outlets, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So again, go to qatv.org. Hunter Dean in the shotgun for Plymouth South. He's going to hand it off to Sherdall, and he's going to get tripped up in the backfield. Nice job there by North Quincy. Looked like coming up was Alex Adanasoff on the tackle.
Yeah, I get a bit of a kick out of Alex. He is really aggressive. He gets in, he makes plays. But I don't know that I've ever seen a football player who was slower getting up off the field after a play. Alex puts his heart and soul into things, and you can tell because a lot of energy left down on the field there. So Alex get in, he got a swipe at the legs, terrific tackle. It's a tackle for a loss there on that play, so it's going to be 3rd and about 8 here. Red Raider defense stepping up yet again, John.
All right, clock ticks under 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Dean looking to his right, and it is, let's see, did he get 1 foot down? They say he got 1 foot down, and it'll be a first down at the 45.
Number 36, Killian Davis.
Yeah, that was a terrific route run by the receiver. Cillian Davis, a junior, right down, he knew exactly where he had to be. He crossed the 45-yard line, squared out. Liam Hines was there on the coverage and knocked him out of bounds almost immediately. So that was excellent coverage. The only thing he could have done better was have jumped the route, but he played that one properly, and Plymouth South, you tip your hat, they picked up that first down.
It was a nice play by Cillian Davis, the receiver, to get at least 1 foot down. Ball comes loose, and it looks like Dean's able to jump on it for a loss of 1.
Hunter Dean.
Yeah, the quarterback thought there was going to be someone there to take a handoff, but miscommunication in the backfield, and he did an excellent job. That's Hunter Dean, the sophomore, an excellent job of covering that loose ball. You know, we mentioned early on, but we have not since, that Hunter Dean is only a sophomore. That's shown up on a couple of occasions with some of his choices, throwing into coverage or missing guys. Like O'Driscoll is not a short kid by any means. He's tall, and that interception was well done. Wow.
Number 1, Sherdall on the carry.
Sherdall on the carry for Plymouth South, and he's going to get brought down. Nice tackle by Josh Jackson, number 17 for the Red Raiders.
Jackson has been terrific, absolutely terrific. He keeps getting in and wrapping up the legs of Sherdall, and Sherdall just cannot get going. It's great stuff. Number 66 for the Red Raiders came limping off the field, Josh Dangora, one of the captains. We'll hope he's okay. I hope it's just a cramp. I'm not sure what's going on there. We'll see. He's being checked out now, so we'll hope they get Josh back.
3rd and 9. Dean looking to pass. Gets hit as he throws it, and it is. So he fight for the ball. And they're going to say the Plymouth South receiver head comes up with it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, there was terrific pressure by Liam Hines on the quarterback, and he got his arm up and in, but the pass was completed. It was a bit of a jump ball there. The officials are consulting now because Red Raiders felt they were there with the reception, and it looks similar to something that happened in a game this week where a play was overruled. The call on the field went one way. Now they're going to call it an incomplete pass. So one of the officials saw it hit the field, so the call gets reversed without replay. But the proper call made here, and now that brings up a 4th and 9. So the punting unit is out for Plymouth South, and who's their punter but Hunter Dean? So Red Raiders got to remain alert. The quarterback is the kicker, and he gets away a beautiful punt.
All right, back deep for North Quincy is Tyler Lee. He's going to field it at his own 15-yard line. Has some space down the left sideline. Nice stiff down there at the 30.
Whoa.
And he's going to get hit out of bounds by Hunter Dean at the 38-yard line.
Man, did he get blasted. That was quite a pop there on the sideline, but a very clean hit. Good old-fashioned football there. And hopefully he's okay. We see another guy down on the sidelines who also got blasted. I don't understand what happened to him because it was well after the play. Mike Gordon, number 41 for the Red Raiders. And I'm concerned there because it looks like he's not weight bearing anymore on his right leg. He's really having a problem, so they've got to get him looked at. He's coming over to sit on the bench, and he'll be looked at right away.
Our handoff for North Quincy goes to Win Tran. Nice drop there by Tran. Breaks some tackles over the left sideline, across the 30, up to the 20, and a race to the touchdown. And just gets tripped up, and he'll get brought down at the 1 yard line. Win Tran, another spectacular run for the Raiders.
Wow, that was absolutely something. He was brought down by number 4, Hunter Boudreaux for Plymouth South, who chased him down, but there weren't too many kids out on that football field who could have caught Win Tran once he exploded through that hole. Looked like he was gone, John. And another absolutely terrific run. How many yards was that?
Let's see, they spot the ball down at the 1 yard line, a 60-yard run for Win Tran.
Yeah, after the kick, maybe you can tell us, well, I'm being optimistic here, but you can tell us about his accumulated yardage up to this point in the game. He's had quite a ball game tonight.
Tran again on the carry, and he's going to get met there at the line of scrimmage.
So that is at best a no gain for Win Tran. Trying to take it up behind the right guard. And looks like Red Raiders were considering a timeout here, but Coach Craig has waved it off. So
ball spotted at the 3 yard line. 2nd and goal to go from the 3.
All right, so they lost about 1.5 yards or so. The ball's now back at the 3, and clock's running. We're coming down to a minute here in this 3rd quarter. Red Raiders with a 2nd and goal from the 3.
All right, so they actually spotted the ball at the 2 yard line. So it was a 59-yard run for Tran. And as you said, Jim, on that last play, it was a loss of 1. So 2nd and goal from the 3 for the Red Raiders. Tran on the carry up the middle, fighting his way forward, and North Quincy says touchdown, no signal yet. They're going to say no, he was down before he got in.
They're going to say his knee was down before the goal line.
So we'll see where they spot the ball. Looks like they spot it at the 2 yard line.
They'll bring up 3rd and goal to go from the 2.
Well, thus far the Panther line, and they have some big guys over there on the Panthers' left side, which is the right side when the Raiders are running. You look at big number 75 and 74, thanks to Peter Doherty for that shot. Those are some big guys, both of whom are 74 and 75, both juniors. And Red Raiders have not been able to move them too well here. So Plymouth South's done an excellent job of on the first 2 plays. And wisely, the Red Raiders let the clock run out so they can huddle back here. They're going to have 2 more shots. Realistically, John, I would say that with a kicker like O'Driscoll, the offense is going to have 1 more opportunity to punch the ball in, and then you've got to turn it over to O'Driscoll and have him kick a field goal, because those are guaranteed points. Or virtually guaranteed. He's still a high school player, a young man, so we shouldn't put that expectation on him. But with this kid and his talent, if he's on your sideline and it's 4th and goal, then you've got to send him in there, because you're going to put points on the board.
All right, so as you said, end of the quarter, 14-7, North Quincy with the lead. And as we get ready to begin the 4th quarter, and as you said, Jim, they're going to start with a 3rd and goal from the 2 yard line. Next week, North Quincy will be back here at Creedon Field, and they're going to be taking on the Hanover Indians, again here at Creedon Field on October 19th. That'll be the last game of the regular season and the last league game for North Quincy as well. And the playoffs will begin on October 26th. Seedings to be determined after that last game. North Quincy will be in the playoffs this year. Just a question of home or away and where this seeding will be. And a win here would certainly help them earn a home game in the playoffs. Trying to get on the carry, up the middle, fights his way forward, and still waiting for the signal. No, he's down at the 1.
Okay, interesting. He's got to be inside the 1, frankly, the way that side judge was approaching it, and he is. He's right there. That time, the Red Raiders ran left. We were talking about the big beef on the left side of the Plymouth line and the fact North Quincy wasn't moving them when they ran to the right. So that time, they ran a quick hitter to the left. Got another young man injured for the Red Raiders. Let's see what this one's about.
It looks like it might be Tran, Jim.
Oh, jeez.
And they're calling for water down the field, so I don't know if it's hopefully it's just a cramping issue for Win Tran.
Well, they're getting the water guys out whenever there's a break. I've observed that. The medical breaks, they've got guys running out with water, which is a terrific practice. But, yeah, well, Tran looks okay. Not quite sure what happened. He's coming off under his own steam, and he seems fine. But, unfortunately, that takes him off the field for 4th and goal. So, is Arocious back there? They've got, they've got Liam Hines in the backfield, the sophomore. Arocious is a wingback over on the right side.
All right, Layden keeps it himself, and with the second effort, he should be in. And touchdown, North Quincy. Second effort there by Tim Layden gets North Quincy in for the score.
Yeah, and you know what Layden did, which was smart? He put the ball across the goal line, too. He ended up fumbling it and creating a little havoc. But the minute the ball crossed the goal line in Layden's possession, the hands go up, the official's hands, signaling the touchdown. So, nice job by the veteran. Win Tran and the offensive line on the left side got the ball to the goal line, and then Layden pushed it across. So, big drive for the Red Raiders. They have scored 3 consecutive touchdowns. This is the opposite of the phenomenon in the Rockland game from the Plymouth South perspective. And North Quincy doing an excellent job. Let's see what's going on now.
Ryan Craig, the head coach for North Quincy, got the attention of the official to call timeout, and yeah, it looked like Tim Layden is going to come in to snap the ball for North Quincy. All right, so Layden will snap, Brahimi will hold, and O'Driscoll will kick. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it is through the uprights. So North Quincy with 10:27. Oh, excuse me, a flag is thrown on the play. We'll see what the flag is.
Flag on the play.
Officials conferring there. From the appearance of the conference here, it was something very serious, it appears. I don't know what we're talking about down there. This was an extra point, kind of a bang-bang situation.
Well, the way the Raiders came off the field, they think they have the extra point, but we still haven't got the word down from the officials in their huddle down there.
Yeah. I hope they're making plans for a plane trip somewhere or something. This could not be that complicated. We're about to get a signal, I think.
So there's a personal foul against Plymouth South. So the extra point will be good.
Okay, well, I guess I understand now. I'm sure they were discussing the particulars of what happened to determine whether it was in fact a personal foul. And this should be fun for O'Driscoll. I wonder where he'll put this kick. Whether he's going to try for Newbury Ave type thing or try to get some height on it.
Well, the extra point, Jim, went pretty close to reaching the street back there.
Yeah. You know what, the kid like this, you can try a squib or onside from this position too. See what he does.
O'Driscoll comes up, and he's just going to blast it through. And kicks it out of the stadium, Jim. That's O'Driscoll. So it'll be a touchback, and Plymouth South will take it over on their own 25.
Well, for some, that might be a thrill, but Kieran O'Driscoll blasting the ball out of the stadium is just business as usual, standard operating procedure, and the Red Raiders take the safe approach, the conservative approach, and they're going to force the Plymouth South offense to make something happen here. So Plymouth South is going to have the ball starting at their own 20, and they're going to have 10 minutes and 30 seconds to get themselves back in this ball game, trailing 21-7. Actually, I beg your pardon, 25. That's right.
Yeah, it's a new rule this year on touchbacks. The ball goes to the 25. Seen all levels of football take that approach here this year. All right, Dean looking to pass, and it's picked off by North Quincy, and running it back for the touchdown is Joe Brahimi.
Oh, boy. So happy for that young man, because I'll tell you what, he's doing everything out there his coaches ask him, and that time he read that play beautifully. I was watching him. He was just eyeballing that quarterback and watching him. The Red Raiders had terrific coverage on the flat on that play. The quarterback had a double pump, and a young guy, Hunter Dean, a sophomore, got basically tricked into trying to loft that ball over the coverage, and Brahimi, with terrific anticipation and timing, just pulled that ball in and took it to the end zone untouched. So great stuff by the Red Raiders, and instead of this game getting closer, it slipped further away for the Plymouth South Panthers, John.
All right, O'Driscoll out for the extra point again. And again, he splits the uprights, and it's good. So 2 quick plays there, and it's now 28-7 North Quincy over Plymouth South with 10:16 left to go in the game.
Plymouth South Panthers 7.
I tell you, they've got to come up with some kids from the Apaches of the Squantum Storm to start retrieving these footballs. I don't know who the equipment manager for the Red Raiders is, but got some work ahead of them retrieving these footballs. I see a terrific young man that we've really enjoyed getting to know this year as a young adult athletic director, and not as the football stud that he was for Quincy High. But J.J. Niamke, we see a lot of him, and he's down there now with someone else that looks like they're going to try to track down some of these footballs. All right, so that number 6 again, back out on the field. He's had quite a night tonight, John, as have several Red Raiders, and there's a little swimmer, a little variation here.
And let's see, the ball carrier is going to pick it up. Colby Stasiowski will return it back for Plymouth South, and they mark him down at the 39. Excuse me, make it the 38.
Yeah, you know what's interesting, John, is the Red Raiders now have the luxury with the type of lead they have, you know, to just try something different and see if it works. So I think the goal was to get the ball to the 3rd tier here. I'm sure O'Driscoll wanted to kick it past that line of players and did not successfully, but that was just a little bit of trying something, I'm sure, for the Red Raiders. We know Kieran can kick to the goal line, so looking at a few other options.
All right, trying to get a reverse here, and coming up and reading that play perfectly was number 54, Michael Levine. Stayed right there, stayed home, and brought him down. Wow, nice play there by Levine.
Oh, yeah, Mike Levine has had an outstanding evening. He's one of the guys I was alluding to earlier. There are several kids who are going to put this game down as their favorite of their career, and Mike Levine is making a strong argument for the Plymouth South game to be his his game of the season. Michael is a junior. He's going to be back. He plays both ways for the Red Raiders. And boy, was that a terrific play. We talked about him early in the first or second quarter, John, about his penetration into the backfield defensively, and that's what that one was all about.
Our handoff goes to Brendan Shortall, and he's going to get a gain of a couple on the play up to the 32-yard line.
Well, and that was Levine again with penetration, and then Liam Hines again, and the battle of the ones that continues tonight, and Hines continues to dominate. Another tackle, for a short or no gain here by Liam Hines after Mike Levine got in and did a nice job of cutting at Shortall's legs. So, geez, the Red Raiders, you see them out there. You see Levine walking around and Jackson. They're all energized and jumping around. They're fired up. It's just a terrific outing for North Quincy.
All right, Dean looking at pass, and it is going to be picked off again by Joe Brahimi at the 48-yard line of North Quincy. And North Quincy sidelines is pumped up. Brahimi with his second interception here tonight.
Yeah, that one was a little easier. I mentioned that the first one, I was watching him eyeball the quarterback and wait and then break on it perfectly. Well, this one, he was playing almost center field. And he just backed up on it and made the reception on an overthrown ball. So that's 2 for Brahimi, the sophomore. And keep in mind, he was tonight's starting quarterback, John. Now he's just turning an outstanding defensive performance tonight. Another new name for us to talk about here at tonight's ball game, John.
Number 5, Tyler Lee.
All right, Tyler Lee on the carry for North Quincy, and he's going to get up to about the 47-yard line.
The 48, pickup of 1.
If you get a moment, John, while I'm warbling on here, in my position and my role as color man, if you can tell us what type of yardage tonight was accumulated by number 32. I'm sure that our viewers would love to hear that figure.
Yeah, Win Tran on 18 carries has 130 yards for 2 touchdowns, and he had that one long 59-yard run as well. So 130 for Win Tran.
Yeah, many of them spectacular, too. Allowed 130 yards by Win Tran. Great outing tonight.
All right, Tran back in the game as well. Layden rolling out to his right, looking to keep it himself. And he's going to get met there by a couple of Plymouth South players, and he'll get brought down at the 46.
Running down the clock.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
46-yard line.
I'd have to call that one a time burner because Layden doesn't exactly have Win Tran speed. He just ran parallel to the 50-yard marker and ran right to the sideline. He burned about 20 seconds there off the clock, and the clock continues to run as he stayed in bounds. So we talked in the first half about the Red Raiders trying to get the clock to run out and get to the locker room when Plymouth South had the last possession of the first half. Well, now with a 28-7 lead, each time this Red Raider offense is on the field, they're going to want to do exactly what they're doing now, which is burn time.
All right, number 9 for North Quincy, Andrew Arosis on the carry, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain.
On the carry.
Yeah, and a no gain's fine because it's going to burn about 30 seconds off the clock. Plymouth South has 4 timeouts, but I'm sure they're going to hold on to those till around the 4-minute mark. They'll see what their offense does on this first possession, or first return to the field. And if they can make something happen, we'll start to see those timeouts burn. But they've got number 6 out there now. And we know that field position is now going to change abruptly Hopefully he can get one down inside the 20. Both Plymouth Panther return men are down at their 10-yard line.
All right, North Quincy lets the play clock run down as far as it can, and they call timeout. So with 5:28 left to go in the ball game, North Quincy with a 4th down and the punt team out on the field ready to kick the ball away.
Yeah, I'm sure what Coach Craig is saying to his kicker now is the key. Actually, that was not, yeah, it was Coach Craig out there with him. The key here is to get height. They don't want to return. They don't want to let the Plymouth Panther special team unit get them back in the ball game. So,
well, Driscoll's talented enough to angle his kick out of bounds as well, Jim. So we'll see what North Quincy does right here. And that's exactly what happened. He angles it out of bounds, and it's going to get out of bounds. Let's see where they spot it at the 21-yard line is where they're going to mark it out of bounds.
All right, well, that's nicely done. You're right, you called that shot. Kieran just picked off the cheerleading squad. He'll be held accountable for that, I'm sure, when they return to school on Monday. But he scattered the young ladies there over on the right sideline for North Quincy, but that's what his coach wanted. So the Panthers come out 1st and 10 at their 22 with 5:23 to go, but they're trailing by 3 touchdowns, John. Heavy load to carry here.
All right, Hunter Dean, the quarterback for the Panthers, in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Captain Matt Harrington. Has to space on the left sideline, still on his feet, and he's going to get all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it was a nice little fake there. Deans looked good in the backfield with the ball, the running game, I should say. He's very nifty with the football. Made a nice little fake there, and that helped set up that play. So, but the ball is in the middle of the field. The chains are reset. The chain gang's been a little more responsive here on Plymouth South first downs. They get set quickly, so the clock keeps running. And Plymouth South now, they've got 4 receivers rather. 3 over on the right side, the top of your screen.
Dean looking to his right, and the pass is incomplete.
Pass incomplete. Intended for number 36.
Yeah, we mentioned what a nice ball he threw during that first drive. But most of those were inside the hash marks. The end of the first half, he was trying to throw some long 30-yard plus balls toward the end zone, and we noticed they were a bit wobbly. And he's having the same issue here, throwing to the sidelines. So it looks like his arm is still developing, and that's a factor I'm sure the coaching staff of the Red Raiders has observed, John. On the longer passes, there's no zip.
This is also only his 3rd game as a starter as well. I mentioned the Plymouth South starting quarterback went down with a broken collarbone a couple of games ago against Situate. So this is Dean's 3rd game as a starter. Hanover, Rockland, and now North Quincy.
Nice job by the Red Raiders on that pass play. They had terrific coverage, and they kept the receiver, importantly, in bounds. So the clock continued to run. You saw all the windmills out there. One of the most favored calls of a high school football official in the 4th quarter is windmilling the right arm, keeping the clock running. Those gents are ready to go home tonight, as are we. We'd love to see this clock run out, giving the Red Raider big lead here.
Under 4 to play. Harrington again on the carry. He's going to get the first down and more. Crosses the North Quincy territory up to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, that's the same little play that's worked for them before. It's just a little counter trap play. Harrington coming through a wide open hole as a result of some nifty ball handling by the quarterback, some nice blocking on the left side of the offensive line by Plymouth South. That's twice they've run that play. It's a little variation on the fake, but otherwise it's been the same play to the same area, and it's worked with the same success twice now. So clock continues to run as Plymouth South is at the 42 of the Red Raiders.
Dean looking to pass, and he's going to get sacked and brought down there by Liam Hines. Big sack there by Hines.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Liam's going to have to give strong consideration tonight, although he's only a sophomore,
Loss of 7
to
on the
considering retirement. He might want to announce his retirement after tonight's game. He has just been absolutely remarkable.
For the Panthers.
He's been in on the quarterback a couple of times now, and that time he pancaked him. So, terrific job by Hines. And we mentioned Hines is the guy that they put in place of Win Tran. They moved him into an outside linebacker spot, and he's played remarkably well, John.
Mark the ball back at the 49-yard line. Harrington again on the carry for the Panthers. He's breaking free, and he's going to pick up almost the first down. He's going to be just shy, it looks like, all the way up to the 32, make it the 33.
Tackled by Liam Hines.
Number 12,
So,
Brahimi on the stop. Ball spotted at the 32-yard line.
remarkable
Result of that
story
play.
here, the young man. Liam has had to overcome
Okay,
genetic
first down.
hurdles,
It is
and has done so.
And a
And
yard.
he's shown remarkable athleticism out here tonight. That's great stuff.
3rd and short. Harrington again on the carry, has the first down easily there, up the middle of the field, spins his way up to about the 20-yard line.
Oh, we have a little
little
bit of nonsense here
to the 20-yard line.
behind the play. A couple of guys
Result of
getting
that play
wrapped up.
is a Panther
One of them
first
is like
down.
6'6", and the other one's 5'8". So, but the Red Raider would give no quarter involved in that play. He was tied up in front of his own coaching staff, though, here on the near sideline, and Coach Craig got him right back in the huddle. Number 17, Josh Jackson, not backing down from anyone.
All right, getting Captain Matt Harrington for Plymouth South over to the right side, crosses inside the 10, up to the 5, fights his way forward, and they're going to say he went out of bounds at about the 4-yard line.
All right, clock continuing to run. We're down at about 1:30.
Make it the 3-yard
It's
line.
going to be first and goal, ball at the
First
3.
and goal to go for the Panthers.
So it'll be first and goal with 1:30 to go. Let's see if the Red Raider defense can't step up here. Plymouth trying to punch one in that will only have consequence on the scoreboard, not the outcome. This is more for pride than anything else.
Dean, and he's going to get slipped up. He was trying to reverse his field and just falls down, and they're going to mark him down at the 9-yard line.
That time that was Adanasoff
Down by contact
getting
at
in
about the 10-yard line.
making the tackle for a big loss there. So let's
That's
see.
a loss
Plymouth
of
South
7
got a
on the play.
timeout, did they?
But it is goal to go.
Nope, the clock's running. They did not call a timeout. So the ball
Clock
is back at the
continues to
10.
run.
What's going on here? More whistles. For some reason, the clock has stopped, but there were no time. There, the clock started again. All right.
Well, there were additional whistles that everyone did kind of freeze, but then the official never signaled the clock to continue to run. But it is going now under 40 seconds. Harrington on the carry for Plymouth South, and
Harrington,
he'll get up to about the 3-yard line.
I'll tell you what, you want to give credit to the captain, Matt Harrington. He's a senior. He's played very well in the fourth quarter, notwithstanding the fact his team is trailing and pretty much everyone's, I'm sure, down. But he's done a nice job of hanging tough, so you'll tip your hat if he punches it in.
All right, and he's going to be just shy. Matt Harrington up to the 1.
Looks like Plymouth South's going to just let the clock run out, and they do.
All right, so that is the game. North Quincy with a big victory, a 28-7 victory over Plymouth South.
Yeah, that was a huge victory, John, because they're coming off 2 very, very tough losses. And they played a solid, impressive, all sides of the ball game tonight, I'll tell you. Special teams were great. Offense and defense played well. And several of the guys had career nights tonight, I'll tell you. So just a great outing for North Quincy. Very happy for them, and proud of the Red Raiders after the first quarter for the way they hung tough, got themselves right back in that ball game tonight, and very impressive performance.
Real quick, run down some stats. First for North Quincy, Tim Layden, 2 of 5 passing for only 23 yards, but he also had a touchdown as well on the ground. And also Win Tran, big game, another big game for Win Tran, 130 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns for Win Tran, leading the way on offense for North Quincy. On defense, numerous players coming up big for North Quincy, including Tyler Lee with a number of tackles, Josh Jackson, who had a number of tackles as well, and of course Joe Brahimi. He had 2 interceptions and a pick 6 for North Quincy as well.
Yeah,
and
how many tackles did Hines have?
I do not have all the tackles, so
All right, yeah, understood.
Yeah, I only have him down.
Very hard.
I only have him down for a few, but he definitely had a lot more than 2 or 3 tackles. Did Hines? Real quick for Plymouth South, Matt Harrington with that last drive went over 100 yards, 106 yards rushing, and 1 touchdown as well. The lone touchdown here tonight for Plymouth South. And then Hunter Dean, 54 yards passing through the air on 8 of 20 attempts.
Well, great outing. It's nice to have some enthusiasm back in the Red Raider football season, because it was very disappointing to hear those scores that came from Scituate and Pembroke, and direct result of injuries of key guys. So they have turned things around. They've righted the ship, and they had a great outing tonight, John. And we're going to look forward to getting back here next week.
Yeah, next week they'll be hosting the Indians of Hanover High School, and a big matchup here in the in the Patriot League in the Fisher Division. North Quincy with the victory, they improved to 4-2, 1-2 in the division. Again, we'll be back here. A lot of excitement going on here, as you can hear, at Creedon Field after the victory for North Quincy. So again, final score, North Quincy 28 and Plymouth South 7. So for Peter Doherty and for Jim Timmons, my name is Jonathan Caleri. We want to thank you for watching this edition of QATV Sports. We'll see you next time.